Off-grid rainwater collection. Is it safe for you and your animals? Let's find out. Now, me and my wife have been on this property for 8 years now. We have been fully off-grid the whole time. No well, no electricity. We're full solar. We do rainwater collection. Now we have a couple 55-gallon barrels set up for our goats back there that we use for just watering them. We have another one set up for our chickens. And then we've got 4 330-gallon totes that I have set up back here for our house and everything else once I get our plumbing fully done and I can plumb it into the house. But right now we're just using a water hose from it. Now, I see on Facebook and stuff, a lot of people ask the question, well, in homesteading groups, is collecting rainwater safe to give to your animals? Well, we've been doing it for 8 years. Never had an animal get sick from it. We haven't gotten sick. We don't drink it. We still buy our drinking water. But we do give it to all of our animals, our dogs, the cats, everything. Never had an animal get sick from it. Now, there's a few things you can do to make it safer, like filtration and stuff like that. But the first thing it starts with is we went with a metal roof for our house. Just like our chicken coop, it is a tin roof. The goat shed, it's a tin roof. We didn't want the asphalt shingles because you got all the glues, you got tar, you got the little rocks, sediment stuff on top of the shingle that can come off and run into your water. Basically all the chemicals and stuff. So we went with a tin roof on all this stuff. It'll help keep some of those chemicals and stuff out of your rainwater that you're collecting. Second thing, gutters. Keep them clean. Now, granted, I don't do them as much as I should, but I get up there, try to do it a couple times a year. Make sure they're nice and clean, all the debris is out of the gutters. Especially around here, we got a lot of pine trees. Those pine needles fall on the roof and they get down in the gutter, clog them up. So you got to clean those out. Get your leaves and stuff cleaned out. Any dirt. Pre-filtration. I've got our house one here, our big system. We've got, I use PVC pipe that runs down to my tanks. Now I've got a filter on the end of it before it even runs into the tank to catch all the big debris that comes off of the roof. I actually need to change this one, so let's go ahead and change it. Now right here is where our water runs in. I've got a filter on it right here to catch all the debris that comes off the roof. I didn't glue any of this up, so it's loose, so I can take this out and I can pull this filter out of here. So let's get that out and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So hold the filter so obviously it don't fall into the tank. So we just pull that out. Here we can pull our filter out. Ugh. Look at all that's been caught, trapped by that filter. Now I do this about once a month. I'll change this filter. You may be asking, well, what is it? Now I just use these. They're just pool skimmer socks. Some people will say wash them, or you can throw it, wash them, reuse them. I say no. It's only 10 bucks for 30 of them. You do it once a month, you're talking a couple years worth of filters right here. So let's put a new one on. So here's our new filter. I just put it down in there. I need me a little ladder. Make it a little easier. Now these tanks have this kind of opening on top, so I just got a 2-inch PVC fitting. It just screws into the top of here. 2-inch pipe fits right into that, so it's nice and sealed. So we can just lower this down into our tank. We put this filter over the end of our pipe. That gives a nice snug fit. All done. Filter's not going to fall in because this is pretty tight. One way to keep all the big debris and stuff out. Now I did just get a 2-stage filtration system, Big Blue. I'll eventually buy the 3rd one, so I have a 3-stage and then a UV light also. But for now, you know what don't hurt? Subscribing, hitting that like button. That'll help me keep more videos going. Give you more useful content. People are off grid. You guys want to learn this stuff. Now we've been doing it 8 years, like I said. Lived and learned. Still got a lot of learning to do, trust me. You never stop learning. It's one thing I learned, even as a machinist for 30 years, I never stop learning. You're always learning new stuff. There's always something new coming out, a better way to do something. So, push yourself, learn, just learn. Don't be afraid to try something new, something different. It's not the way you're used to doing it. Well, just do something different if you need to. Something's working, but it's not working exactly the way you want. Do some research. Learn how to do it a little better. That's what I've done. Now another big thing is your tanks. No, ideally, black, blue, that's the best. Keeps the sunlight out. Because if you got clear tanks, once the sunlight hits the water, you're going to start growing algae in those tanks. And they're not fun to clean out. You got to empty it all out, high pressure wash it, get it all clean again. So we have clear tanks here, but I got them covered up. This is what I got. I got a big tarp covering the whole system. You can see it wraps all the way around. Keeps the sunlight off of them, so it's not turning green. You can see it's not green, nice and clean still. There's how I've got them all hooked up. They run up there to our shallow well pump. You want to make sure you keep the sunlight off your water, because you will grow algae real quick. Now I've heard other people say something about, well, rainwater, if you're going to drink it, minerals. Being that it's straight from the sky, you don't have the minerals in it. As you know, water, it rains, water hits the ground, it filters through the dirt, the rock, the sediment, gets your minerals put into your water that, your body needs. So now if you're going to drink rainwater, you can, if you're worried about it, you can also buy a mineral filter, which will add minerals back into your water if you're going to be drinking it. So, the whole point of this video, is it safe for you, for your animals? Well, let's do a test. We can find out. I've got a home water test kit here. You can see it is a 21-in-1 test system. It is a 21-in-1 test system. Does have bacteria test also, which I did already do the bacteria test because it takes 48 hours. So I already did the bacteria test and there was no bacteria in it. But here we've got our water test strips. These are our bacteria tests. Like I said, I already did this because it takes 48 hours for the bacteria to grow. And it also came with a 2-in-1 nitrate test, NO2 and NO3 test, and we've also got a sulfate test. So let's collect us some water and test this out. We can find out if it's actually safe or not. Now the first thing is, obviously we need to collect some water from our tanks. So I got our garden hose here, which is hooked up to the tanks. We'll collect some water. But first, here's that bacteria test that I did. Now you can see the water floating in there, the blue stuff moving. You see this is still nice and blue. Now this has been sitting for 3 or 4 days now. It's supposed to take 48 hours. But it's still nice and blue. If there was bacteria, it would look like that. Instead of that, it would turn yellow, bacteria growing. So yeah, you can see we have no bacteria in our water. Here you go, water straight from our hose. You see it actually just sprayed all over the camera. Here we go. There's our tube full of water. You can see, dump it out. We're full. Get rid of the hose. Got our test strips here. Dip this in for 2 seconds. Dump out our water. Grab our chart. Set this on our paper. Our guide here. This is our test right here. These are the passing, non-passing. So, looks like the only thing that we have that's a little high, we have any issue with, is our total chlorine. It's right at the edge of being not okay. So we're still good there though. We can do stuff to get rid of the chlorine. As you can see, we're actually a little soft on its softness. Alright, so we did our overall tests. Now let's do a nitrate test. That's again, we'll grab some new water straight from the hose that my wife popped a hole in. Grabbed us a test strip. Stick this one in for 5 seconds. And there you go. We've got no nitrates or nitrites. So we're good there. Now let's grab our sulfate test. Give that a check. Keeping the same water. Got our test here. This is a sulfate test. Same thing. Dip it in for 5 seconds. You see it's in there. Pull it out. Get rid of the excess water. As you can see, we have no sulfates either. So, in conclusion, is this water safe for you and your animals? I believe so. Our total chlorine was a little high. We're going to have to work on that a little bit. But, other than that, we're good. Like I said, our animals, been 8 years, they've never gotten sick. I showed you the bacteria tests. Obviously couldn't do that on camera because it takes 48 hours. Yeah, I did this. I got these tests for my own peace of mind. I wanted to make sure that it's good. We're not giving our animals bad water, you know, could make them sick, which it's not going to. Theoretically, we could drink this ourselves and be fine. In conclusion, is collecting rainwater safe? Yes, it is. People have been doing it for thousands of years. You know, look at big open water wells. They just dig a hole, it fills in. That's what they used to drink. Don't be afraid to collect rainwater. There's many different reasons people do. We do it because we haven't invested in a well, you know, $10,000, whatever it is around here. And power-wise, we're full off-grid solar. You know, most deep well pumps are 220 volt, use a lot of power. So we're trying to stay away from that, which is why we did the rainwater catchment. Well, there you go. The test proved this water is fine. Now, I took a bottled water that we buy, and it came out pretty much identical to what I'm doing with our rainwater here. So I have no issues giving it to our animals. You do what's best for you. You want to collect rainwater, figure out a system, you go ahead and do it. I just proved it's safe for you. You can buy your own tests. Check it out yourself. I said I will be getting my filtration system set up here in the next few days. So that'll be nice. It'll get rid of a little more sediment and whatever's in there. So until the next time, you guys have fun. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed these tests. You know, maybe I'll do another one after I get the filtration on. So, you guys have a good day. I'll see you on the next one.